Now, contending for the faith. In this regular feature, Dave and Tom respond to questions from listeners and readers of the Berean Call. Here's this week's question. Dear Dave and Tom, what amazes you guys the most about God?
And Dave, I think about this a lot. God is amazing, but I think in one sense, the most amazing thing to me is why God puts up with any of us, why he puts up with me. Yeah, I think about my own life and just how I fall short of the mark and so on, and why does God care about me? Why has he done so much? And what he's done is incredible. Can you help me with that? Why does God put up with us, Dave?
Well, that may be a bit easier than some other things I could think of. It's his grace. It's his love. God is love. Mm-hmm. So love bears all things. I mean, from our standpoint, why would he love us? Of course, mm-hmm. But the reason is because this is his character. Mm-hmm. But more ponderous, I guess, is God. How did you get to be God? I ask him that all the time. I mean, not facetiously, but he knows that I know that he's God. He must be God. Mm-hmm. He must have always been God. You don't get to be God. This is what Mormons think. You know, they're going to get to be a God. Mm-hmm. But
and
God,
the Hindus forgot that they were God, and
right.
Getting back to becoming God.
But what I have said it many times. God, Lord, you expect a lot of me. Here I am, a peanut brain. And you expect me to believe that you have always existed? Always. No beginning, no end. You know everything. You know where every subatomic particle and every atom ever was or ever will be. You know what every person who has ever lived or ever will live has thought, every thought of theirs, or everything they're going to think in the future. You always knew it. That is beyond my comprehension. On the other hand, Tom, I know it must be. Mm-hmm. I know that there couldn't have been a time when God did not exist and somehow he got to be God, or he came out of nothing. I know that he wouldn't dare. I mean, if he's the creator of the universe, he's got to know where every subatomic particle ever was or ever will be. And you remember in Acts 15, when they have this discussion, this big discussion about, well, what about the Gentiles? I mean, are they supposed to be under the law and so forth? And one of the things that James says in Acts 15:18, known unto God are all his works from the beginning. Now you think about that. If God knows everything that he's going to ever do, he must know everything that other people are going to do, because much that he does is in correction or reproof or stop the destruction or whatever, to whatever extent he wants to. He has to intervene in the affairs of men. Now, he doesn't do that often as far as we recognize. Mm-hmm. But to be the creator of the universe, I mean, start this thing rolling? Didn't he know Adam and Eve would sin? Of course he did. He already had. Christ was a lamb slain, as it were, from the foundation of the world. Mm-hmm. That is what amazes me about God.
Dave, as we, in the earlier segments, we went over so many things that are going on. This ancient future thing, going back to a time period, whether it be the first century or the Middle Ages or the Reformation or whatever it might be, studying the church to see how we're to go about it. We're talking about things that amaze us about the character of God. what about getting to know Him and understanding Him better? Why not put our energies that way? I do a lot of counseling, even though that's not really what I'm supposed to be doing, but everybody should be a counselor. Everybody should minister to, brothers and sisters in the Lord and so on. But over the years, as I've been doing that, more often than not, I have to spend most of my time correcting errors that people have about the character of God. They think God is this way or that way. Wait a minute. I said, wait a minute. Let's go to the Scriptures. If we truly put our time and energy in on getting to know Him, understanding Him better, and how we're going to do it, the Word, the Word, the Word.
And seeing how He guides in our lives, what He does, His mercy and His grace. Tom, we shouldn't let many minutes go by without telling the Lord, I love you with all my heart.
Well, Dave, wait a minute. I have to stop you right there. When did you start loving God? And did you immediately love Him with all your heart, or was it as you got to know Him?
Well, I can't remember because I became I was raised on the Bible. And that didn't make me a Christian, but I knew the Bible. I knew the gospel. I wanted to be a Christian. And I think I mentioned it before. The thing that bugged me was, it says, whosoever believeth, believe on this, shall have everlasting life. And, supposing I do believe, but suppose there's a secret doubt somewhere deep inside of me. That really bothered me. And the man who led me to the Lord took me to Revelation 3:20, which I knew very well already. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. Anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I'll come in. He said, just leave it up to Jesus. You're trying to have faith in your faith. Just invite Him in, which I did, and He came in, transforming. Now, how much did I love Him then? I had very little understanding. But exactly as you said, Tom, as we grow in our understanding of God through His Word, and we see Him work in our lives, and we think of the times He should have just wiped us out, because we have failed so badly, and yet He still loves us. That we love Him because He first loved us.
For more information about the Berean Call, call us toll-free at our order number or visit our website